housing market of Ayden, North Carolina.
First, let's hit it. Hi, I'm Victoria. Welcome to our Talent Podcast.
And if this is your first time in our podcast and YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and get notified.
Honestly, you can call the text all the time at 252-327-3357. We love talking to you. Do not be shy about talking to us. Also, don't forget to get our buyer's guide and our seller's guide in the description below.
Exactly. Without any further ado, we're going to jump on to some market insight, gives you inventory, demand, supply, and also some suggestion and insight for you as a home buyers and home sellers.
Okay, so Ayden has some interesting numbers here as well, and we're going to talk about the inventory rates, but let's just hop into these active homes. So in May 2023, which is just happened this month, there were 37 homes in Ayden for sale. 10 of them are pending, which means they are under contract, and then 11 just sold, which means active was 47 homes. Now, with last month, just to compare last month's data, there were 24 homes in the market, 10 pending, 10 sold. And then comparing it to last year, it was 17 active homes, 12 pending under contract, and then 17 that had just sold. So you can see they're actually the inventory rate. You want to talk with me about that inventory rate?
Exactly. Therefore, the inventory, as my wife said, is include active homes and basically under the contract or pending. And as you see, the active homes actually from last year increased 117.6%. But the house that went under the contract actually decreased 16.7%, which means that and also the one that it sold, the home sold, it went 35% lower than the last year. It means the market actually got a little bit slower, but we have a way more inventory in the market that we had last year.
Okay, so when we look at all of the data, we can see some interesting ones. So for the inventory rate tells us that like for this month, 47 active plus contracted homes divided by 11, which are sold homes, gives us a 4.27% months of supply in inventory. We're going to get to actual inventory altogether with a different matrix,
Therefore,
but that's the inventory rate.
As my wife said, in May 2023 was 4.27, and if you compare it with the last month's was 3.4 months. And if you compare it with the last year that we said we had a very big jump, was just 1.7 months.
And we have an answer for why this is happening in
which we're going to say it later.
New construction. We're going to get to that in a minute. But we will get into why all these numbers are rising in Ayden in 1 second. Now let's talk about days on the market. Now in May 2023, we had a 54 days on the market, 54 days, and an absorption rate of 2.92. Compared to last month, it was 83 days on the market. So, I mean, there's a huge change there. And then the absorption rate was 1.85. Or if you look at last year, there were 24 homes that are on 24 days on the market. And then the absorption rate was 1.19.
Exactly. That's, if I wanted to put it in the short for you, basically year over year for the average of the market means the market pace, how many days is say in the market, 125% we have increased. That you as a home buyer, you have more time to think about what you wanted to do. And of course, the absorption rate that tells us that this is a home seller market or home buyer's market, we definitely had increased 2.92 this month respect to last year, 119, which brings us up 145% more respect to the last year.
Now let's talk about median list price and median sales price. These are two different numbers, but it's important to know what they are. So the median list price is $342,600 this month. The median sales price was $237,000. So there's a huge gap there. Last month, the gaps actually were different. It was $357.50 for list price, whereas sold was $187, which is the lowest I've seen in a long time, $187,450. Comparing it to last year, we saw that the list price was $268,900 and the sales price was $296,240. But again, there's a reason for all of these shifts in 1 second. So median list price is actually down 20% year over year, and median sales price is actually up 27%.
Exactly.
Now let's talk about everything that you need to talk about there. Price per
Exactly.
square footage.
Now, if you wanted to know quick and dirty how much your home worth, of course, depends on the condition of your home. But quick and dirty is for all type of homes, including townhomes, condos, and single family home. We are talking about brand new $189 a square feet. However, for all of them pre-owned, we are talking about $115 as a median home square per square feet.
And again, in Ayden, there are no townhomes and condos. So when we said those numbers, they are exactly the same for single family homes as well, because it's not a place for townhomes and condos as the making of this video. There were 10 price reductions, which is a 0% change. 10 price reductions, 0% change from last month.
But the sold to listed ratio actually increased for 265%, meaning that 9 house listed and 4 house actually sold.
Now let's talk about where all of these numbers are coming from and why it seems so slow in Ayden, because it's really not. If you actually look at new construction in Ayden is actually at a super high. It's 13.8 months on the market, which if that's counting all of them versus supply. Whereas previously owned, this is if you already own a home in Ayden, it's actually down to 0.3. So you can see if you actually own a home in Ayden, the number is very different from buying those new construction homes, where there are lots of new construction in Ayden happening right now. So if you actually look at all of the data, you have all construction, inventory month supply is actually only 2.9 because of those two extremes.
Therefore, they say that the normal market, you should have like a 3 to 6 months of the inventory, and still we are below that, as my wife said. And the home value is still increased 12.4% from last year, meaning that we went from median home value of $147,679. We went to $165,696, which tells you that
that
home
was
is
last month. This month is actually $996.
Exactly.
So it's $165,996. So month over month, it was a $300 change, and year over year, there was way more than that.
And the rentals market is still as hot for all bedrooms, including 1 to 4 bedrooms. We are talking about $1,500, and this means that it's still rental market is hot.
Now, if you're a home buyer, and especially if you're looking for new construction, you have a lot of choices. You have so many choices. 117% increase from last year. Pricing has gone up significantly as well, 27.41, meaning that the sales price might have decreased, but the pricing has gone up.
And the reason, as my wife said, one of the reason is brand new construction
Absolutely.
that came to the market. And the market pays basically the days that estates in the market, the houses significantly increased. We had 54 as an average days. That means you as a home buyer, you have more choices to explore and you have more time to make the decision.
Now, with the rental market, median rent stands at $1,500, which is something to consider when you are looking at homes. So there is that. Now let's talk about sellers.
Yes, we are talking about the market demand. You wanted to say something on that?
Let's be honest, demand has decreased. Now, yes, we only had 0.3% of previously owned homes. Exactly. So you can definitely, if you do the right staging, you can make your house look a beautiful, lived in, staged well. You can do way better than a new construction home, because you can make that house look like an actual home, but you have to do your work of making it look attractive to buyers. So median list prices have actually fallen. So it is super important to price your home competitively, so you're not dealing with all of that and we are getting you more money for your dollar than you're expecting.
Exactly. And the timing, as we said, we have average days on the market more. That means you need to be patient and might plan more. And
I also want to point out, with price reductions, there have been 10 in Ayden last month. Meaning that people and their agents have unrealistic expectations on the market, making sure that buyers bid up, they do not bid down. So if you price your home too high, you will not get the bids you need in order to sell your home. So when you're looking to price reductions, or means that buyers are going to think there's something wrong with it. And we personally don't like to produce prices unless it's been overlisted, and then we have to talk about it realistically. But price reduction means that homes didn't sell at that price that you said. And there were a lot in Ayden last month, and that's more than any other county we had right now. And it's because of unrealistic expectations and not understanding the supply.
Exactly.
And competition.
And I hope this information was useful for all of you.
And if you are looking to sell in Ayden, we are happy to talk about how to sell your home successfully so you will not have to deal with those price reductions.
Exactly. And don't forget to subscribe in our channel to basically support our YouTube and podcast.